How is life? I gotta put my socks on. I set this all up and then like brushed my hair and found like big balls of cobwebs. Been working out in the garage, up in the upstairs, trying to clear it out. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a real quick shower. What's up, Vince? And everybody else. How is life on this beautiful Saturday morning, afternoon, whatever time it is? Viking! Anybody want to jump in? It's all pinned up there now. Should be. I don't know what the hell happened, but it's supposed to be pinned up there. There it is. It showed. Showed it did. So anyway, what's everyone up to? Mobile live on Discord. Or Twitch. There you go. I'm on Twitch too. Not that anyone gives a crap. But if you wanted to watch it on Twitch, it's on Twitch too. I don't know why. Other than why not? I can, so I do. So I was working out in the garage. Yeah, came in to make lunch for me and Mom's. And believe it or not, stepped on a freaking piece of lettuce. And my leg kicked out. It was like all slippery. And twisted my knee up. So I was like, I'm done. Guess I'll go stream. So anyway, barbecued with Dad. That's cool. Someone is here or not.
Hey.
All there is a blackness. Where the frick's my raccoon, man?
It ain't blackness on my side.
It's all blackness, dude.
No, I'm serious. Here, let me take a screenshot and show you.
Let me see what's on YouTube.
Because I'm seeing in StreamYard me sitting next to you, but it isn't moving, which is weird.
I'm looking at it on YouTube and you're black.
Because I'm seeing in StreamYard me sitting next to you, but it isn't moving.
There it is.
Which is weird.
It just popped up. But it's like dead and you're weird.
Yeah, it isn't moving.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. It's moving on my side.
Reboot and come back.
No.
Okay. Don't. I don't give a crap. What's up, Zolan? It's been a long time since I've seen you around. You've
so
been
it moves for a moment. Oh, I've been
busy.
I've been
dealing with real life instead of our virtual one.
Yep.
Oh, you just went gray on us.
Yeah, I'm playing around with camera settings.
Oh, there he is. I see his tail wagging.
Yay! Okay, so apparently it doesn't like the re-encode at 480.
Sure.
I switched the StreamYard setting to use 720 and it started working.
Oh, look, you're on a little antique television.
Yep. Well,
except
antique by today's standard.
I was gonna say if it's one of those, it should be black and white.
No, I had a color TV that looked like that.
Really?
Yep.
Most of the ones we had that look like that. Once they went to color, they were push button.
No, I grew up.
I guess they still had the dial.
My first color TV had the dial, and I destroyed it within 3 months by watching Mr. Wizard and putting a magnet to it.
But why would you do that?
Because on Mr. Wizard, he was showing how you could put a magnet to the TV screen, and the black would follow the magnet around, and then you could take it off, and it'd go back to normal.
No, it doesn't go back to normal. It goes
it does. Black. It does if it's a black and white TV.
Yeah. No, the color guns are kind of wimpier.
Yeah. The color one, it left a big purple smear across the TV.
With no remote. Yeah, it had a remote.
No, mine didn't.
Yeah, no, we had a remote. It's called Dad would kick me upside the head and say, hey, go change the channel.
Actually, our TV didn't have a remote, but our Betamax player did. and it was
Yeah.
cabled.
We had one I'll never forget because the first one we ever got was black and white.
Yep.
Brian!
Hey, Brian.
We had one that it had like the 1 through 13 was like a push button. Like there was 13 buttons along the side.
Oh, wow. So it was one of the old RCAs.
And then the UHF or VHF, whatever it was, the UHF.
UHF. It was the UHF.
Yeah, that had a dial because there was like 40 or 60 or whatever channels with that.
Right.
So that
ours.
But
ours
the 1
had
through 13,
3 dials. One for power, which was also a pull to turn it on or off. Pull it to turn it on, push to turn it off. And then we had the VHF and the UHF, and you had to put the VHF at a certain setting in order to use the VHF.
I find it amazing that you actually had TV towers up there in Alaska.
Hang on a second.
Just picking on you. We actually had my brother was selling satellite dishes, so we got satellite dishes when they first came out. Like the big, huge monster 12-foot monstrosities. And those were the days when if you knew how to tune it and you knew where the satellites were, you could get like military satellites. There was no like you just pointed at a satellite and you kind of fidgeted with the 2 dials to get, see what signal was coming in.
So
freaking
what I will
cool.
say about Alaskan TV, I lived on the flip side of the mountain from Elmendorf Air Force Base. Big mountain. So we actually would point our antenna at the mountain across the Knik River and catch the reflection.
Yeah.
And that got us 3 TV channels, and that was it. PBS,
we had like
PBS,
5.
Fox with snow, and NBC with snow. And that was it.
Yeah.
Until about 1988. In 1988, in Anchorage, Alaska, was the test network for the Cartoon Channel.
In Alaska?
As a kid, that rocked. Anyways, I got to help my wife real quick.
Yeah, I think we got 3, 8, 30, which 30 was our NBC, 3 CBS, ABC, NBC. We had like 2 public channels. Both of them weren't great. Every once in a while, we got 61, which was like a weird. It's Fox now around here, but back then it was just like a weird no-name channel. It's like a local broadcast, which half the time there was nothing being broadcasted, but every once in a while, like high schools would broadcast on it, or it was kind of like a PBS, but it wasn't actually PBS. It was fun to watch every once in a while because they'd like do town meetings every once in a while, and if there was some big commotion, everyone would watch that. Something big was coming. Oh, my knee's killing me. I need drugs. We need some of these and some of these. Creature feature. Oh, wasn't that the Tales from the Crypt knockoff, or before Tales from the Crypt?
That is correct.
So anyway, Advil and Tylenol. The Advil was actually the jelly bean. The little red ones are Tylenol. No name knockoff, store brand. 1 for the anti-inflammatory and 2 for the pain. Because it is freaking killing me. Man. Okay, enough whining.
I get it. I got my second vaccine shot last Wednesday, and I'm still trying to come back from that.
That's so bizarre, man. Because the first one didn't even bother me the slightest.
First one put me down hard, and the theory is the reason why it did is because I had COVID in December. So it was like basically the first one was emulating my second shot.
Brian's gonna go nap. Nap? It's like freaking. It's still morning over there. You're like he's an hour behind me. It's just now noon, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's more animated on his videos than you are, so he probably used all of his energy up.
Oh, why did he put out a video?
I'm sure he's working on one. Oh,
weekend. mine just came out like an hour ago, didn't it?
I don't know.
I just remembered that. Yeah, there should be one that released like an hour ago.
YouTube has been evil to me and not showing when my actual friends that I have tagged to tell me when they go live or when they post videos. I'm not getting those notifications.
And you're paying for it too, aren't you?
Yep, but I'm getting notifications for people I barely watch. And I don't have it turned on for them.
Well, I would yell if you're paying for it. That's why I don't pay for it. Freaking YouTube isn't. I'm about right. I wish
no commercials.
I wish Twitch wasn't so bad, because I'll tell you what, I would dump fucking you. Pardon my French. Dump YouTube in a heartbeat. The ad ridiculousness now is just, dude. I know
that's why I pay.
You don't see them, but
actually, I pay for two reasons. One, the ads became so horrible that a 5-minute video had 10 ads at one point.
Yeah, dude, there's 2 in the beginning, and in the first minute, they play another one, sometimes 2, and then 5 minutes, another 2.
And then the creator goes on and on about being sponsored by Rage Legends or whatever else.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't...
If it's a sponsored video, they shouldn't be playing ads.
And I'm okay with sponsored videos, but yes, agreed. We don't need the actual YouTube ads if it's a sponsored video, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, YouTube still wants their money, and I get it.
Exactly.
You know, they're.
I also use YouTube Music.
Service, but remember the days of one ad in the beginning, and you usually said no, don't watch, and everyone was happy.
Yep.
Now there's like literally in a 5 or 10 minute video, you end up with 12 or 13 freaking ads.
But as I said, the other reason is we use YouTube Music in my house. And that comes with the YouTube Premium subscription.
Yeah, but that's just what a waste of money.
Something just beeped. Oh, my radio beeped.
Because I just use Pandora.
See, the other thing is I'm paying for the family plan, so I have 4 other people attached to my YouTube Premium subscription.
Pandora's free. They play one ad like every 10 minutes.
Drives me nuts. YouTube Music, I can also pre-download music, so when I'm driving through dead zones, like I will be next week, it won't be, well, not next, depends on when you consider the week start. You can
set up Pandora now, if you have like a music app on here, like I have iTunes.
The other reason I stopped using Pandora is because they stopped carrying a lot of the music I listen to.
Well, you just type in whatever you want and it comes up.
No, it doesn't. That's my point.
I don't have a problem with it.
I listen to obscure stuff, Mama.
Yeah. Well,
you like Pandora, it works for you. It doesn't work for me. That's simple.
Well, the thing I did like about it when they switched it, because I don't think people realize, is you set it up. One of their pre-set up things that you agree to that I don't think a lot of people realize, and is good and bad. If you have like iTunes or Amazon Music or YouTube Music on it and you're using Pandora and it goes into a dead zone, Pandora will pull music off your phone or device to continue playing now. It'll access it.
I don't want to support SiriusXM. I hate SiriusXM. And that's who owns
Pandora. Again,
I
don't pay for it, so I don't care.
You do. You pay for it by listening to that stupid ad.
Yeah, but the ad's like... That is the least irritating ads I've ever dealt with off of Pandora.
On a 2-hour drive, it is obnoxious.
Oh God, there's so few of them, and they're usually like 15 seconds or less. They're the shortest ads ever.
Oh, Gary, I'm waiting for, I won't see it because I have premium, thankfully, but I'm still waiting for the day when somebody's watching YouTube and they get an ad for Wish.com.
Which,
Hey, Yoav. Hey, Milan.
you know, the one
Of course,
that
hey,
always
Gary.
got me.
Viking.
Everybody's probably seen it. There used to be an ad. I don't think it plays anymore because I think they finally caught on. That was like for a design firm or a CNC firm, or I can't even remember what it was for. It used to play all the time. It was like a 20-minute ad on YouTube. Like, who the frick is gonna watch that?
Yep. And some of the ads you can't skip, like that.
Yeah, well, the 30-second ads or 15-second ads you can't skip now. If they're
Oh,
15
wow.
seconds or less, I think you can't skip them, which is fine. I don't mind it.
Nice. Yoav finally got his printer built.
Oh, I thought he had a printer. He's been printing freaking snowmobiles left and right.
Oh, he just said, I have fully built my printer, hurry. Maybe he was just letting me know he's fully built it because I haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't talked to a lot of you people in a while.
I think he was building another one. I don't know. I just see all those little snowmobiles. I think you should take your snowmobile there, and put wheels on the front and make it like a tractor, like, tricycle. Just put wheels on the front instead of the snow heads. That way you can use it all year round. Sand.
So Facebook is now giving me penis enlargement ads in my feed.
What kind of porn were you watching?
None. Now, I did say earlier that so what was people who carry open carry loaded rifles in public are just compensating for something. So maybe that was it.
Yeah. That's the one good thing about the Mac is I can turn off all that tracking crap. So the good thing is
I have most of it turned off, and I use Pi-hole on top of it. But I reinstalled all my browsers because I was having a weird issue that turned out not to be related to my computer. I couldn't get videos to play on YouTube, and it turned out Pi-hole was blocking it.
Pi-hole? It just sounds
yeah, I know it does. It's a open source free DNS resolver that has built-in block lists for ad networks.
Okay, then.
So you point your computers at it for DNS, and it won't even attempt to download the ads. It just can't find them.
Yeah, ad blocker does that for me.
No, some ad blockers still do the request. They just don't show it.
Yeah.
I don't even want the request. Not with my
internet. YouTube's gotten pricky about that too. If you go to look at a website now, it just won't play. It won't do anything. It'll come up and give you an error.
And some sites also will detect that that the ad hasn't loaded, and they'll throw up a banner that says, basically blocking the whole page, telling you to turn off your ad blocker. It's like, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is how they get paid. And back in the day, I mean, everybody was irritated by ads, but it was okay when they put an ad down the side or a banner across the top. The problem is now everything is it's like Reddit. I don't know how anyone can use Reddit. There's like one little paragraph of the subject, and there's just this field of like 20 freaking ads.
Pi-hole. I don't see them. It doesn't even load them. I have no ads on Reddit.
It is the most confusing freaking nightmare.
So it looks like Yoav might have two printers now because he's saying he's just today built his CR6 Max.
Oh, well, he must have just gotten it because that's a fairly new printer.
Yep.
It's only been out, a couple of months, if that. It came out after Christmas. So.
Oh, now he's saying it's only one. So apparently he hasn't been printing things.
Anyway. Dude, join in. You got a camera or even just a mic?
It's an obnoxious hour where he's at.
It's all right. He can voice in for half an hour. I was going to work on this thing and just not in the mood.
Actually, it's not an obnoxious hour where he's at. It's only 8 p.m.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's only 1 here.
GMT +3. I have to work
all my beautiful purple truck so I could have purple again on my freaking purple printer instead of those red trucks. Because I want purple. Because the printer's purple. And these are freaking ugly. Actually, they're not. They're pretty cool. I like the red, but it would have to be the whole red. Hey, look, he's here. Look at him.
So have you been printing snowmobiles like he says?
Yeah. You got your mic off.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. He turned his mic on, but we can't hear him.
Not a problem. We've all been there. Technical difficulties is the name of the game.
Yeah, I gotta say, for what it is, StreamYard is really well set up to be stupidly easy.
Oh yeah, no, except for the resolution and a couple other things I wish it had, like the ability to easily macro things so I can use it with like a Stream Deck or whatever. I still really like StreamYard.
Yeah.
But and again, I have figured out how to get macros in, but it requires another plugin.
If you start doing all those macros and all that stuff, you lose the simplicity of what it is, though.
No. Actually, no. I have a little tiny tablet here that even if StreamYard's not the front selected window, I can hit a button to mute myself or turn off my cam or turn them back on or change the layout.
Sure.
It's nice. Okay.
Is he back? Do we have sound? Does
Nope.
he have a mic? No mic.
Probably not set right in the StreamYard settings.
Yeah, you got to select it in your StreamYards.
And then you have to give the browser permission to use it, which he probably did since we can see his face. Because normally those two get asked at the same time.
Nope, no sound. You probably have to select it in your system first. What are you using, a Mac or a Windows? He's definitely using Windows. I'm going to guess.
Oh, man. Having to upgrade all the corporate iPads at work to 14.4.2 is obnoxious.
All right, you just hit the freaking button and let it do it.
No, because our security policy doesn't let the iPads talk to Apple directly.
Well, that's your security issue.
And it's still a problem because half the users don't realize that they're not even on that version yet.
Well, you really don't need it either.
It's a security update. It is because there is a piece of malware out there that is actually inside some of the ad networks now.
Yeah. I just always update everything.
I sometimes do, sometimes don't, because especially recently, my VR headset is almost useless for what I bought it for because of an update.
Let me rephrase it. I always update from Apple. The other stuff, I usually wait a month and make sure everyone's not screaming about it.
And updating from Apple, I don't always do it like my wife's phone, because we ended up updating one of her last phone, and it turned out we were caught in the whole battery gate thing that Apple has going on. Her phone was killing the battery in like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's long gone. But that was the thing for sure.
Oh, I hope this print doesn't have an elephant's foot like the last one did.
So he completely disappeared.
Yeah, he's working on it.
He's just got to set. I think he's got to set his audio in his computer.
Maybe.
That's the defaulty thing.
Oh yeah, set the default recording device to the mic he wants to use. Yep. I don't need to do that, because if I go into Cam Mic underneath StreamYard, mic, I can select any mic, even if it's not as long as it's not disabled.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the primary. It does not have to be the primary or default communication device.
You still have to select it first. My point.
because my default communication device is my headset, whereas StreamYard is actually using a virtual cable.
Long time ago, I designed these things.
Yep.
Now I'm looking at them going, how the hell did I think up all that crap?
Oh, I think the corner lifted on my print. Damn it.
She's going back to purple. I got paper on it for windshield because I've been printing this stuff.
Your phone's ringing.
No, it's my mother's phone. You can actually hear that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's not even that loud.
But, you know, running a call center, I get real used to hearing things like that.
What the hell happened to Pooch? It looks like he's got a black eye. Oh, that's all
roofing or ceiling and stuff.
Yeah, the insulation around his mask. Looks like he got punched in the eye. It's just the way the insulation, because it's blown in. That stuff's nasty.
Yep.
I hate blown in. I know it works. It's actually better than fiberglass, and I really don't like fiberglass either anymore.
I thought it was still fiberglass.
Huh?
I thought the blown-in insulation was still fiberglass.
No. Most blown-in insulation is paper. Paper or cotton. Or
blown-in insulation is a material made of fiberglass and or cellulose.
Not around here. Everything around here is recycled paper.
Let's see here. BobVilla.com, TheSpruce.com, Lowe's.com, HomeDepot.com. They all say the same thing.
That's weird.
Everything
around here is paper.
Right. Around here, it would probably be fiberglass because of termites. Termites are a big issue here.
Yeah, we got carpenter ants, but not termites. I mean, it's all treated, whatever it is. But I actually, if I have a choice, if I'm going to do bat, I'd like to use the recycled blue jean, but it's expensive. But I kind of like it, and it works well. And it doesn't make you itch. I hate fiberglass. I hate blown in because they just get everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Fiberglass just makes me itch. I'm dealing with that now.
My favorite.
Out the garage.
My favorite is the spray foam closed cell.
Yeah. As long as you got a small freaking bank to back you with it. It's my favorite too.
You just put up you staple the Tyvek up, cut a little hole in it, and put the nozzle in and hit the button.
I like it when you go and it's brand new and you just go.
Right.
R30 in the wall.
Yeah, you can do the whole spraying like the Wagner thing does.
Yeah. Spraying.
I need to stop talking with my hands when you can't see my hands.
Yeah, your little raccoon should be following your hands.
I'm working on it.
Open cell's fine too, as long as you got the building built right.
I prefer closed cell because I've never lived in a building that was built right. I just had to put expansive foam along the floor join in the bedroom because there's like a 3-inch gap now.
Because the only downside with spraying foam is if like you have a plumbing issue or a electrical issue, it's a nightmare.
Yes.
Plumbing can be a real issue because it will reseal the pipe that's leaking and just let it kind of ooze.
Yep.
And the water will follow along the foam and drip out 20 feet away. When you're like, where is it leaking from?
When we did HVAC work, when I did that in Washington State, we actually put
Now baffles. You can hear me?
Yeah, yes, we can hear you now.
We put baffles around the pipe, so that way you would have a 1-inch air gap around the pipe that wouldn't get the spray insulation.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of guys are putting conduit in, like if we're doing a new house.
Yep.
And you do all the wires and the plumbing too. They'll put it all inside a conduit or a separate pipe. So
if you're running PEX, why not?
Yeah. Well, the only problem with running the conduit with water lines is if a cold water line will sweat inside that other pipe.
Yes.
And then you get a whole mold issue that becomes a nightmare.
Yep.
So you got to find a way to air flow that. Racing.
So, have you been actually printing things before now?
No, I did through my school, for my university.
Ah, okay.
And I did through other people, but no, I did not have a printer until the CR6 Max.
Cool.
How were you? You were printing at school? Is that what you're saying? Cool.
I actually went to this particular major because of 3D printer.
Cool.
Yeah, industrial design.
Nice.
Sweetness. Yeah, you're a little. I love your freaking snowmobile. That thing's awesome.
This is my baby.
That is your baby. Oh, I thought when you see it as CR. Oh,
you're thinking the CR30.
CR6 Max.
No, the 6 was the. I thought the 6 was the big
Kickstarter.
square block bed dropper.
No, the belt-driven one is the CR30.
Oh no, the bed dropper is the Ender 6. I don't.
Oh, you're talking the fake Core XY.
Yeah, no, it actually is a Core XY. The 6
It
is
is?
a true Core XY. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The 4 wasn't, which is why it went away.
Hey, Henry.
The 4 was actually an H-bot, which people didn't
Yes.
realize. It had the third motor in the back to make it all work.
So
Hey,
400 by
Henry.
400 by 400. Still, I need to build a 500 by 500, and I am not going to do that as a bed slinger. It's just too big.
No, I wouldn't do anything that big as a bed slinger, but you really don't want to do it Core XY either.
Yeah, I want to do a Voron's what I want.
Yeah, not really that big though. You're better off going to like the X-bots, like the Ultimakers or the Race 3Ds when you get that big. The belt's just too long. Dude, there's like freaking... If I were to buy Gates belts, I went to buy Gates belts for this. And this is a 400. It's a 500 frame. It was almost $100 for just the belt. If you were to buy Gates, because there's so much.
Oh, hey, Sergio.
Let's think about it. Each axis, your X motor, X diagonal, your Y motor, Y diagonal, has to travel the whole frame. So if it's a 500 by 500 by 500 by 500, not the frame, not your build area, but the frame, you need more than 2,000 feet, 2,000 millimeters of cable of belt. Because it travels the whole frame and returns down the X carriage. So it's got to be, there's two axes that are double. So with a 500 cubed frame, like I have here, you need almost 2,200 millimeters per motor. Yeah, 3 meters. 3 meters, not millimeters, meters. Actually, it's not quite that much. Yeah, 3 meters. It's a little more than that. I'm trying to think of how much I got here. It's actually a little more, but 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you return. So 5 times 500 per axis. Yeah, there's more than 3 meters on that. Each one's a meter. More than a meter. Right? Yeah. Now I'm thinking my see, a meter's 100, right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're about right. Because, yeah. 100 is a meter is 100 centimeters, right? Yeah. It's a buttload of freaking material. Plus any motor, jogs or anything. You bought a Voron kit? When the hell did you do that? Yeah, 3 meters, right. 100 centimeters is a meter, right? Yeah. So that one times 3. That's a buttload of belting. Oh, he switched cameras. Where'd Zolan go? You still there, dude?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Oh.
trying to figure out. It doesn't matter because I can't afford anything right now, anyways. But I was trying to figure out which style I needed to go to do 500 by 500 by 500.
You can do it with a Core XY, but I'll tell you right now, I'm kind of wishing I went XBot with this.
I wanted to do. My thing is, I don't want the bed to move at all. I want a stationary bed.
Yeah.
Only the head moving?
Only the head moving. I might just build myself a giant Delta.
It's too easy to get this when you start moving that whole complex up. It's almost the same thing as swinging the bed back and forth. So now you got a head moving a huge amount, plus going up and down. There's a lot of play there. Not that you can't get rid of it, but it's harder to level and everything. Bed droppers, I still think are the most sense when you get the big. That's a big ass printer. Holy crap. What was that thing? 400 cubed?
Yep. That's my first printer.
That's a big baby.
Yeah.
That needs a 1.2 millimeter nozzle.
Step by step. Now it's a Banshee at 0.4. My first print. Banshee, of course.
Yeah, you're going to have fun with that frickin' Voron there, Lightspeed. Not that the Voron's a nice printer, don't get me wrong, but you think that Railcore you got was a pain in the ass. Those things are a serious pain in the ass to build. They're really well over-engineered. Going racing? What are you racing? She was actually the one that wanted to stream today, I thought.
Well, she said 48 hours. So.
Yeah, well, that was 24 hours ago or 12 hours ago. Whatever. Depends on your ability to find parts and deal with stress. There, Henry. That's completely a personal choice. Personally, I would probably, I don't know. I think I'd get a kit now. I've done the whole sourcing.
I would do a kit.
Scratch. I don't think I'll ever do the sourcing from scratch again. I'd at least get a frame kit, I think. I don't think I'd want to, even though the aluminum is probably the easiest thing to source. It's just easier if it's all cut to length and ready to go, and you just screw it together, and all the attachments are there, and screws are there, and everything's just there. Wire. Trying to find the right wire. Get color-coded wires. That was a pain in the ass. The only place I could get it was Amazon. That wasn't, oh yeah, we'll sell you, 8 different spools of, wire. You got to get, 800 million miles of each. It's like, no. I only need like 3 yards of each color, if that. You don't realize how much wire's on one of these things till you go to buy it, though. There is a buttload of freaking wire on a printer.
I got my Ender Max here, which is the 410 by 410 by 500 that I still have to wire still, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh, what did you get, that Max kit?
No, I bought before the Creality Max, I bought the Ender Extender kit.
Yeah, the kit that modifies your existing Ender.
Yep, and I've got it all assembled. I just have to do the wiring.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Tell Jessica to get her ass on here. She's the reason I started streaming.
It's funny, man, because I don't have her phone number saved in my phone, so I see this phone number from like Indianapolis. I didn't realize it was her. But yeah, she's excited to go down the strip today, I think. So,
what are you gonna actually drag race your frickin' Tesla?
Dude, listen, my kid is so into cars and so into racing, and like he's been begging me to go do this, like drag strip the car, and so I'm doing it for him. But it's hot today; it's gonna be 100 degrees today, and I don't know. I had to buy a helmet, and not just any helmet. I had to buy a $300 racing helmet, a fire jacket. Because if the car can do under 11 seconds in the quarter mile, then you got to have a helmet and you got to have a fire suit or a fire jacket. So he wants me to go drift it, but I'm not doing that.
I was gonna say that thing's 4-wheel drive, anyways, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can. It has the race pack on it, so you can actually move it to all the front wheels or all the rear wheels. But yeah. Zolan, I was going to tell you, if you want a Delta, I'll make you a sweet-ass deal on this one. Oh, wait. Oh, my camera's not hooked up. I have that Artemis that I'm trying to sell, and I'm basically going to give it away to somebody at some point.
I would love a Delta. The problem is I don't have any funds right now because we're getting ready to do a week-long trip around the whole U.S.
Cool.
Well, I think I told somebody that I would take I think the printer cost me $24.50, and I put Bondtech BMGs on both sides on both extruders. It has a Slice Engineering Magnum on it. It has a full aluminum CNC milled carriage on it, or effector on it.
So it's like a $5,000 printer now.
I probably got like 33,000 something into it, but I would sell it for $1,000.
Yeah, when I say I'm broke, I mean I can't even afford the $40 RX module I need to finish one of my quads.
Where are you guys going? You're gonna just drive all over the U.S. to see the U.S. or what?
We're dropping puppies off.
Oh.
And so we're going from here to Indianapolis and then up to Minneapolis. So we're going from Prague, Oklahoma to Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, actually to Joplin, Missouri first, then Indianapolis, Indiana, then to Minneapolis, Minnesota, to Jacksonville, North Dakota, to Seattle, Washington, to someplace in Oregon, and then to San Francisco, and then home.
Wow, they must be expensive dogs.
So you're
they are.
What do they sell? What do they sell for? It's those Akita, or what is it, Akita or something?
Samoyeds, anywhere between $3,400 to $4,500, depending on strings.
So on your way back, you'll have plenty of money.
No, that'll be my wife's money, not mine.
Oh,
that's her thing. That's her hobby.
Put her on the phone. I'll talk her into the Delta.
No, you won't. You will not be able to talk her into another printer right now. Not when we need a new house.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought $1,000 for that Delta would be a good deal for somebody.
It would be.
It would be.
The problem is everybody wants me to ship it. Trying to ship it is. I mean, when they ship it to me, it came in a huge crate, and I don't have.
If I had the money, I'd just add on to the trip to swing by to pick it up, but I don't.
Well, give me half of it. Come take it. Pay me later.
I can't, dude. I can't even get the RX module to finish a quad.
Half of it.
Everything must go. I want it gone.
Don't blame
I
you.
kind of I bought that kit and then I thought, like, I really don't want another printer in here because, like, right now it's tolerable, but when it gets to 115, 120 degrees outside, this room just never goes below like 85, 90 degrees in here. And
Right.
I don't want to add another printer to the mix. So
I've always wanted a Delta, just because they look neat when they print.
Yeah, that's
but
why I want.
if you get them leveled out right, they are precise.
They can be precise. Yeah,
Yes.
if it's a good one.
Oh wow! So the Artemises have duets. Nice.
yeah. So that's it. It's got. I had this.
It's a dual extruder too, right?
Well, yeah. The normal effector on it is plastic, like injection molded plastic, and I had this guy do a CNC milled one. So it's CNC milled so that it can accept a mosquito.
Nice.
And to be honest, they're really not that fast because I mean the movements are fast. Like you can do 400 or 500 millimeters a second movements at like 20, 30,000 acceleration, no problem. But it can't print that fast because it's got an 830 millimeter Bowden tube. So
Yeah.
Wow.
The problem with Deltas, they're always
even with that BMG pushing on it, and what ends up happening is it starts pushing the tubes out of it. You know, it'll start pushing the PTFE tube out of it. So
Out of the couplers.
yeah, and I have tried everything to remedy it. I bought these industrial metal ones from Bondtech, and even if I try to go like 100 millimeters a second printing, it will push the tube out of it. So the next thing I'm going to try is doing the Prusa. Like the Prusa has the pneumatic fitting that has the little copper sleeve that goes over it, like they use for water pipes.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Like they use for PEX.
Yep.
Yeah, the compression fittings. Yeah, just like yeah. You slide the little copper thing over it, and then the cap pulls it tight. I think that's probably a better solution, but
it is, but it's also a more permanent solution.
Well, I mean, I want it to be kind of permanent.
Oh, except for you could do the end that's threaded on either side, so you can unthread the the PTF tube from the couplers.
Yeah.
But once you put those couplers on the tube, you're never getting that coupler off. You could take the tube off.
No. I'm talking about, it's a double coupler. You got the side on the extruder that's threaded, and then you got the coupler on the PTFE that's threaded, and you just thread them together.
Right.
One thing I saw on I saw it on Design Prototype Test channel is he made geometry that you take a M3 nut and thread it onto the tube, and then you use like a threaded piece basically to pull down on the nut. And I've seen like now 2 or 3 people that have tried that, and that seems to work really well because the threads are constantly biting into the tube.
I thought an M3 nut would be too small.
Or not an M3 nut, you know what I mean, a nut, just a nut that would thread over the outside. An M4 nut.
So probably like an M5 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so it cuts threads into it, but it grips it on all sides. Whereas these little pneumatic fittings that they sell only have, a couple tiny little teeth in there, that ultimately bend. So yeah, so it's a fast printer. It can move, like I could sit here and run a G code that would blow your mind. It would move so fast, but it can't print that fast. The Railcore is 1,000,000 times faster than the printer. I would like, even with the extra weight, I wish they had a direct drive option for it, because if it was direct drive now, it would be a beast. Like, it would be amazing. But you would add that weight, obviously, to the effector. But are you limping, Llama?
Yeah. Big time.
Why?
I
He's got
freaking
leg
slipped
issues.
on lettuce making freaking lunch.
You what?
I slipped on a freaking chunk of lettuce. I'm not kidding you. I was in my socks because I was out in the garage. I'm kind of cleaning my garage out. My brother's here. My oldest brother's going to walk in the door. There's a whole bunch. You're hobbling too?
Fuck, I gotta have surgery.
Let's see what the llama brother looks like.
I told you that, didn't I?
He just looks like me, but old.
Let's see.
He looks old.
Where the hell am I? I'm right here.
I can't.
Right there.
Here's Mom's bottle of wine.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually,
Old
Lightspeed.
bottle line.
You could put a zesty nimble on it.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, people have done that.
But
Design
the cable,
Prototype
that
Test.
cable.
Design Prototype Test did that on his little monster.
Well, no,
Yeah, that is a good solution, but you can't find them anymore. They couldn't. They went out of production for a while or something.
It's too late to call him.
This morning.
Find it
But that is a good idea. You could do that.
But I decided to come today.
That would be the best solution, actually, is to do something like a remote extruder.
Oh, they made because they stopped making them because they just made a new one.
Well, it's something about the pandemic. When the pandemic happened, you couldn't get them anymore.
Yeah.
But I have actually looked into that before. I've just heard mixed reviews. Like some people say that it's better, but some people say that because of the deflection,
Because of that cable.
and
the
then
flex shaft.
cable. Yeah, it's basically like you're basically like running along Bowden tube anyway.
It's no different than that than the Dremel attachment that I use when I'm doing the dog nails.
That's exactly right. Yep, it's the exact same thing. Yep. So, where are you at?
Israel.
Israel?
Yeah.
I have a guy that I
From
work with
Israel.
from. I have a guy that's from Nazareth that works with me.
No, Nazareth it's in the north of the state.
Yeah.
I live in the center, in Givatayim,
Oh, I see.
near Tel Aviv, if you heard about it.
Oh, Tel Aviv. Yeah. Well, everybody knows where Tel Aviv is.
Not
It's always on
everybody.
the news. Yeah.
Zolon, actually, you know about it.
I do know about it,
traveled
but
there.
but if it wasn't for the fact I could do a search, we wouldn't have been able to do what I did.
Correct.
I was playing around in Google Earth VR,
Oh,
streaming
really?
it. And apparently, which is really cool, is you can go to you can search for places like Tel Aviv or whatever else, and then drop into Street View in VR for full 360, and then basically walk down a street.
Really?
We went to museums.
Yep,
I have a VR. I didn't know you could do that.
yep. Google Earth VR.
What kind of VR do you have?
I have a Quest 2 that I use the Oculus Link cable with to Steam.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Yeah, if you're still at firmware version V2.5 or V2.6, do not update.
I only play Beat Saber with it. So
V2.7, which is what mine updated to, completely destroyed my ability to play things with Steam on it because the bandwidth is almost cut in half.
oh wow.
And
Yeah, my son has the very new one, the brand new one, the Oculus. What is it, 3 or
2, Oculus 2, that's the one I've got.
Yeah, so he has it hooked up to. He has an Alienware gaming PC that he hooks it to. But I have the first one. It's his old one, and we play like Last Survivor on it or something. It's kind of like Fortnite, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my coffee.
Oh, damn it. I left my coffee out in the garage. The minute you said coffee, I thought about it. I went, gosh, darn it. I don't want to go back out there. Damn it. Fight with the damn squirrels. Got to get them squirrels out of my garage.
You don't like them?
Not in my garage. Not when I want to go. They really don't bother me because they keep other bugs and stuff out of the garage. But we're going to actually kind of move into it and start using it.
So, Steven, if you rip that Arduino that is used in that and pop in a tiny Arduino, you can not only still play the Simon Says game, but you can use it as a HID device and make it a button box for your computer.
I don't know what.
Basically, a poor man's Stream Deck.
Yeah.
You know what? This is the second. I think this is the second one in a row of the Alien projects that I've done. And I've never done anything with Arduino in my life. So I took the last Arduino I got and I made a watch winder, like for a mechanical watch. And it was so satisfying to make that. Like when I turned it on and it just worked, like it was, man, I was so excited. But this thing's pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, I've got the
think
kit
the
here. I just
Arduino's
need to do the printing.
What's the Arduino cost? Like $2 or something? I mean, they're not expensive, right?
Actually, anywhere between 5 to 15, unless you buy them in bulk, which is what he's doing.
The Nano?
Yep.
Yeah. And the only thing I didn't like about it is he has every time he sends I have boxes of these Arduino Nanos because he sent them in so many projects.
Yep.
But I've never built an alien project. I did the camera for the printer and I've done this one. But what I don't like about it is all the Nanos have the pin soldered on them.
Yep.
So and all these projects are designed around not having the pin soldered on them. So it kind of sucks. Unless you want to solder wire to those pins, which is not
You
fun.
got alien boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh,
Josh
you do
was sending
too?
them overseas.
He sends them to
I
you?
paid a lot for shipping.
I was gonna say.
What does it cost?
It cost me $83 USD for
Ooh.
one full UFO and one filament only.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah. But it's worth
That
it.
just is insane. And
So
yet
what?
they could ship a freaking monster printer from China for $4.
Hey Google, turn on the
No,
bedroom light.
it was
It's
not
because
$4.
China subsidizes their shipping.
The country subsidizes it so everybody can sell everything.
To get
Hey
the
Google,
this
turn off the bedroom
printer,
light.
People don't realize we need to do that again with US. US would be a major distributor if the government would bring back government funded freaking US. I mean, it is, but instead of trying to
Actually,
pay people around
USPS
the
has
world,
never been government funded. Now, the military postal service has been.
USPS is always government funded. Still government.
No,
Yes. They've tried to make it self-employed.
not going to argue about it. I'm tired of arguing with people today.
Anyway,
I can tell you that
Hey,
shipping
this is
of
the
it
new
to
me. This is the new me. I'm just being quiet.
I'm
They got
liking
too close to politics.
Yeah.
the cost
Anyway.
of shipping it to me
On a new subject.
was $300.
What? Say that again, yo.
The cost to ship it, I needed to ship it to the US and then to the US independently to me. It cost me around 300 USD.
So what did the whole printer cost me?
12 or 1300?
Oh,
Really? And what is that? Is that the CR10 Max?
CR6 Max.
CR6 Max.
Yeah.
So how big? How
Yep,
big's the
just-
volume?
400 cube.
Really?
Yeah.
That's bigger than the CR10 Max, though, right?
No, the
Wow,
CR10
big
has a version of 500 cube.
Yeah.
No,
I thought
the
it was
CR10
more-
Max is like what?
I think it's
like
450, 450, 500 tall, I thought.
yeah, 450. Yeah.
That's just like 50 millimeters shorter. That's the only difference. They're all the same damn thing. I don't know why they don't just like call everything the Ender and just be done with it.
See, this is my
because they
problem,
can make
Mama.
more money by making things seem to be pro versus not pro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
but
but why don't
I
they
can
have
tell
like
you how
an Ender version and the CR
It's like people
version?
who buy things because it has the word tactical.
No, dude, but they are bastardizing their product line, like doing the Ender Max. Like, why would you do that? Now nobody's gonna buy a CR10 because all the CR10s are 300 millimeter cube too. So like, what is the point? And arguably, the Ender's better than the CR10 as far as features go, right? Like, what? I don't understand. Their marketing is stupid. They ought to
I don't
just
know.
have. They
I'll
ought to
never
have
buy
something.
another Creality product directly, anyways.
I've never.
Yeah.
owned one, but
I have a problem with their business practices.
Yeah.
what do you mean?
I have a problem with a lot of those stuff. It's okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to kill
that's
my
the thing,
brother
though.
here. He's gonna want to do stuff.
So like, I want.
Okay,
I want to
Sorry,
build
I
a.
gotta take apart and fix a vacuum cleaner, anyways.
Are you leaving, Llama?
Yeah, I didn't expect my brother to show up. He was supposed to come tomorrow.
Well, tell him to leave.
No, dude, he's buying me a freaking $3,000 CNC machine. He is not leaving.
Tell him we're busy.
Huh?
Tell him we're busy.
I agree with Llama there.
Dude, he wants to put a 60-inch cubed CNC machine in the garage.
Why?
Why not?
So we can make money.
Like a Haas machine or something?
No, it's going to be
Why
a big,
not?
Actually, I think I'm going to get the open build just because I can get it. I wanted one that I can get from China that's really nice, but they emailed me back and said it's 3 months out because all this, people don't realize that whole Suez Canal thing backed everything up because a lot of the Chinese crap, they stopped shipping because they knew it wouldn't go out. So now everything's backed up.
Are you talking about one with the cabinet and the shooting the liquid and all that shit?
No, I'm talking a big, massive panel CNC machine with big.
A table.
Huh?
A table one.
Yeah, it's a tabletop, but yeah.
Something like you put a plasma cutter in and all that?
Huh?
Something you could do like a plasma cutter and stuff, or no?
No, it's not that nice. I mean, I suppose I could put a plasma head on it, but
what do you want to make? Like plates and stuff, or what?
More carved signs for now, and it's a wood. It's definitely a wood. It's not metal. It's big.
And I need to build one that does carbon
you
fiber.
slide a sheet of plywood into it.
The guy that I was helping a guy with a Sidewinder duet project, and as I got to talking to him, he's like 28 years old. He's like an IT. He's like he made money doing something, but he's loaded. But he just texted me and told me he put a Haas CNC mill in his garage. And I was like, I went to look how much they are. Man, those things are like $100,000. But that would be cool, man. Think of the money you could make if you could mill aluminum like that. You could sell all kinds of crazy stuff.
If you have
This is what we're looking at getting.
Oh, yeah.
And that's basically like a foot wider than a piece of plywood and 2/3 of a piece of plywood in length. It's 60 inches cubed or square. 60 by 60.
So you just want to make signs?
Yeah, for now. I kind of wanted to do a little
like I love you to the moon and back, stuff like that.
Huh?
Like I love you to the moon and back, things like that.
Yeah. I mean,
are you gonna make me one when you get it?
Sure. We're hoping to do like tables and end tables and custom furniture and.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. You're good at that stuff, right? Woodworking.
Yeah. Well, I used to do for a short time. I worked with a guy. I really liked it, but then he moved his business and was too far away to move with him. But we did the fancy bent plywood stuff, where you like make all these fancy legs by bending the plywood and then re-gluing it together. You use lots of layers and really thin plywood, clamp it together and make real like fancy shapes and stuff.
Right.
And that's kind of what we're hoping to do. Or, fancy like tabletops where you can carve it in and, whatever. I think I'm going to start with we had a couple of big trees out behind the garage between my house and their house. It actually fell in their yard, my neighbor's yard. We're going to slice the tree up and make like clocks out of like little 1.5-inch slivers of the tree. Start
awesome.
with that.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, all right. Well, I have to go anyways. I have to go get ready, but
I just pulled a paper towel out of the inlet of this vacuum cleaner.
I thought I'd come on and try to sell my printer to Zolan, but swing and miss.
I can't afford it.
Yeah.
I bought way too many toys this year.
Get a loan.
I'm trying to get a loan actually, so I can build my new house.
If you give me a call and I'll come build it for you. All you gotta do is babysit my mother for a couple of weeks.
And the problem is I have to get an engineer out here first because I want to put in a 2,000 square foot basement.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
Do you own your house now or no?
7.5 acres.
So, but you have. I think I've seen it on the video. You just have like a little house on there, right?
Yep, we got a little farmhouse that's got a lot of issues.
So what? You're just gonna build a new house on the property?
Wife is saying we're going to build a new house on the property, and then this house is going to become my makerspace.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, I gotta go.
All
Take
right.
care, Llama.
Nice.
See you, Llama. See you, Zolan. See you, Yo.